Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good. Today I wanted to show you a pretty nice way of making some more not so usual pendants. Again, don't think that I invented this. I've seen some stuff and I decided to try it myself for you. And of course, usually I see stuff and then my wheels start going and I go, what if I do this instead of this? So let's see how it works. The first one, I'm going to make it simple. The second one, I do not have a specific type of media that can color the UV resin, and I intend to get it. I don't know when it will happen, but let's try with this. So give me just a minute here, because I was supposed to be able to do something on this, but I guess I cannot yet. Well, let's start with this and I will try to figure it out. So again, hi Elaine, hi Sharon, hi Darla. So all I'm going to use is, and I'm going to try this first without any kind of mixing, and we are going to see how that works, because in my knowledge of physics it should work just fine, but we'll see the next thing. And while we're gonna wait for it to harden, I'll be looking at some stuff. Okay, so first I'm going to make a few bubbles, and they need to be on the bottom because otherwise they leak. And this goes to get hardened. And in the meantime, if you will give me just a second, I need to check something. So I am waiting now for these to get all. Now the thing is, I don't know if you noticed, I posted in the community tab on my channel, I have enabled memberships, and if you go on my channel, and that would be there, let me give you the link directly. So if you go on my channel, you can see now that there is an option to join, and you will see the level of memberships. I'm going to slowly, and it will happen by the end of this month, I'm going to slowly, because remember, I have normally I still have membership on my website, and people have access to pretty much all the tutorials that are in my store, online store, and also to a weekly, pretty much, special live broadcast. Okay, now let me see. I'm going to go back, change the subject. I have 2 blobs. Yeah, I'm going to add a few more blobs. So let me put one here, and then one here. You have to not be in a hurry with these. It's very important. So the important is to get your base done first, and then you can add more at a time. Okay, so because, and I'm going to tell you exactly why, even if I know YouTube will take part of my revenue, and that's what they do. With everything going, all the technology getting higher and higher, it becomes harder and harder for me to be able to keep up with what is called the codecs, with codexes needed to download and play videos. Obviously, these are paid for, okay? Obviously, YouTube at their size, they can pay for all the possible codexes that are out there. I can't. And I'm having issues with some people, especially with people who have Apple software, when it comes to downloading and playing the videos that are on my website or that they had purchased, and so on and so forth. So I thought it's easier to simply just, move everything in the member section of my channel, and that way everybody who wants to and wishes to watch any of those videos, they can just purchase a membership, which, depending on how long, it can be cheaper, how long they want to accept the membership. So they can watch those specific videos. It makes much less hassle for me. For now, as I said, hi Lianka, the total change will not happen until the end of the month. At the end of the month, my store on kalyanadesign.com will disappear. All the memberships on the website will be terminated, and my wonderful sponsor ladies will have the chance to and the option to switch to the channel membership. And I actually made, if you want, 3 levels of membership that I thought, especially in this economy, they are very reasonable. So don't forget to to check those out. Okay, this has been done for a while and I kept talking. So we're gonna do some more, because after all this is done, you'll see the beautiful effects you can get. So I'm going to make another bubble, but I want to make the effect absolutely awesome. So, and the bubbles don't have to all be the same size or anything. Just make sure that the new bubbles don't touch other new bubbles. That's why I said you kind of need to build first a scaffolding type of thing. And okay, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, and we will have a lot of fun, I am very, very sure. So right now I already uploaded, I think they are, give me a second, let me see, I have already uploaded 3, and I keep, because I need to rework a little bit the videos that are on the website, because most of them had documents, PDF documents that explain a little bit more, so I had to include that in the videos themselves. And I will be doing the rest of the day more uploads. So in case you were wondering what all those beautiful things that you see on my website and you didn't think of purchasing them. If you want to download them, you can support my channel by becoming a member. And I'm waiting for this again. So again, what I'm doing now is doing the effect with simple non-colored UV resin, and the second one I will be making it with a little bit of gently colored shimmery resin. But the way that you can obtain this effect might take a little bit, but trust me, it is absolutely fabulous. All right, next bubbles. So in case you let me do a zoom in real quick so you can see what I'm doing here better. Okay, so you see the bubbles now? I am going to add a few more. I know this is a little bit difficult to see, but you know, it's not much I can do about it because UV resin is UV resin and it is translucent. So I'm going to plop a bubble on top of these ones. And let me see where I can plop another one. I think I'm gonna leave the middle one by itself to get cured. And I was talking to a friend in Delaware, and they've been having storms and rains for the last 2 days, and they are still going to have more. Okay, I'm going to get it even more. They are going to have even more in the coming days, while poor us here in the Central Plains, we are baking and we are not going to get any cool down until the end of this coming week, and definitely no rains. So I prefer a little bit of storm right now with some rain, because my garden looks pitiful and my weeping willow is just shedding leaves. But anyway, the thing that this effect is, why I thought of discussing this effect, is because it doesn't really require much in terms of materials and stuff. I mean, just a resin cabochon mold, and maybe what I'll show you here in a minute. Actually, you don't even have to get these all the way hardened. Like 20 seconds is enough if you have a strong. Okay, I don't know if you can see. I think that this super zoom doesn't work very good. This might work better. Okay, so now I'm going to apply one here, one here for now. Hey, go away. A lot of times this thing always comes up with a bubble. This works much easier if you have a flat mold, but I thought that round molds that are rounded on top, domed on the top, look much better. Hi Mona, how is everybody doing? Actually, let me try this again. Yes, I need to do something. I'm still figuring out some parts of this whole membership thing, and I need to figure out, because I've seen other channels who do lives, gifting memberships, and that would make things easier for certain, you know, like I would, for example, gift a membership to Trish from Polyclay Play, of course to Elaine, because she's so dutifully being my moderator. But okay, I think that we are good to go. Let's go more. Let's add more bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles. Okay, let me place one here. And one here. So whenever you think that you have an empty spot, but you are sure that it will not start pouring down ways towards another bubble that you've just placed there, that is the most important thing. Maybe I should have done it with a flat one. Oh well. Would have been faster not having you wait until this whole thing is done. Okay. I'm grabbing it because it should be. Yeah, it is. So even if you have a strong-ish UV lamp, you should be able to have the thing in there for only like 20 seconds without worrying that it's going to mess up. That is, it will start hardening before it has the time to start flowing down. Anyway, so yeah, if you haven't checked, I'm going to put the link to you, because you will have there will be all of these on the members pages. Of course, not in packages, but you'll see everything you're looking to that would allow you to watch all these beautiful tutorials. And you're enough. Let's get back to our bubbles. I was checking for new techniques and actually not necessarily new techniques, but new products, because the crafting market gets all the time gets new things. So new techniques are discovered and all that. To give you an example, cannot find it when I'm trying to do it. I'll post it soon. I'll have something posted soon. Okay, next bubbles. Keep losing my eyeglasses. So what I wanted to tell you is you might want to check Polyclay Play. Trish is really on a roll. She's been making all kinds of things that are 3D printed. Remember a few weeks ago I showed you her rollers, and unfortunately she sent me the roller beads, but I mean not the roller beads, the bead rollers, but it has been a little bit late, so it will not be here until Tuesday. So it didn't make it in time for this live, but I might squeeze one live, you know, in between the, hi Laura, in between the week, somehow, just to show you how it looks like. Okay, more bubbles. The thing is that you need to keep the bubbles relatively smallish. Don't make them too big. And because I chose this tiny one, it didn't let me take the opportunity, and oh no, I do have them here. I thought that I forgot to bring my little things, because the next one we are going to use interference powder with it, and we'll see how that works. And my eyeglasses don't have to sit here. Okay, more bubbles. So you can see how they are bubbles over bubbles in here, and I keep adding, and at the end I will allow them to, okay, so I want to go, it's hard for me to see them, you know. Oh, I managed to put 3 on. But I'm waiting for everybody to tell me how they are doing, and what have you been working on? Because that is interesting. Some of you, I can see what you're doing when you post on Facebook, but not everybody. I cannot see everybody, especially. And by the way, I wanted to tell you this because I keep seeing that over and over on Facebook, that you need to copy that post and post it in your feed, because don't you notice that you see less and less of your friends' posts, and it's Facebook that does this? No. What happens? Facebook has an algorithm, so it will show you in your feed posts from people you have shown interest towards before. So you must either comment or at least like their post. Otherwise, Facebook will think that you're not interested in that person, and it will stop showing you their posts in your feed. So that's the only way that you can see the posts your friends have. So if there is any of your Facebook friends that you stopped seeing posts from, what you need to do is to simply go to their page and scroll through their posts and simply like or comment. If they are too old, don't comment, because nobody likes to be commented on something they posted 2 weeks ago. But keep doing that for a couple days, and you'll notice that the posts from that person start showing up again in your feed. And when they show in your feed, make sure that you at least like that post if you want to keep it showing, keep that person's post showing in your feed. It is very, very important. Copying and pasting somebody else's post, because that's the way it's not true. So that's the way. The other thing that I keep seeing on Facebook is, oh, you must copy this and you have to post it on your profile, because otherwise Facebook is taking all the rights from everything you post and your photos, and at the end of the respective post is like, I especially forbid Facebook to in any way, use my photos, that is completely untrue. And I'm not using harsh words, because I could, but I'm not going to. Because the moment you created an account on Facebook, you had to to check that thing that you agree to the terms of service. And in those terms of service, it is clearly stated that Facebook can use your photos and your comments and your whatever any way they see fit. And if you don't click on that thing to say I accept, you cannot make an account. So you already gave them the permission, and being a legally binding contract, you cannot withdraw it. The only way to withdraw it is to close your account, but that will only apply to from then on. Not to everything that you posted before. So if you close your account, you cannot post anything anymore. So don't fret much. And I know a lot of people are very up in arms about their privacy and about that. I agree. I completely agree about privacy and all that. But there's a difference between security and privacy. Security is the websites, pretty much. As long as you don't start posting your credit card number in our public feed, it's the website's a duty and obligation to make sure that none of your private information, that is real name, date of birth, address, payment information, and so on and so forth, are not being accessed by somebody else. Now, if you put your real name up there, so if your own profile has your real name, that's on you. It's not on the website. If your own profile has your address, that's on you. It's not on the website. But when it comes to privacy, you have to be very sure that in the settings you have things set very well there, that, for example, only your friends can see a specific post, or only friends of friends, because otherwise it's not the website's fault that you put out stuff that other people can see and use, maybe even against you, So, and on the other hand, I'm gonna be very honest with you when it comes to privacy and stuff. The people that you see concerned the most are people who are completely uninteresting, because it's like, oh yeah, because the whoever's watching all these, they are interested in the fact that every day all you do is wake up, make breakfast, watch some movies, eat dinner, take a nap, and go out to dinner with friends or stuff like that. It's the I don't know, it's an overinflated self-worth. And if you don't want to post a lot of stuff about yourself, simply just, share pretty reels. I don't know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know that I post a lot of cats mostly, and some dogs, and usually memes. Generally, that is it. But yeah, to comment what you just said, Darla and Mona, yeah, it is the polite thing to do, to like and comment and all that. Okay, I'm going to make, right now they are kind of even, so I'm going to simply put the thinnest layer I can to make everything level. And we shall see if we get the effect. I'm going to bring everything to the edge. You'll have to be very careful because everything is so transparent. It's kind of hard to see what the heck you're doing. But make sure that you see the line that shows that, okay, I do need a little bit more, just a pinch. And I have to remind you of something else, especially because we are in summer and all that. Make sure that you clean your hands very well. Alcohol cleans UV resin just fine. And you have no remnant of UV resin on your hands, because if you go outside and if you have any, you'll get burned. That is a given. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when you cure your resin in the UV lamp, when you take it out, it's kind of hot to the touch, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video that I uploaded and I published this morning. I uploaded it yesterday actually, and just to see it on this is how it looks like, and it's got all these 3D. Okay, it's kind of hard to see it if it's not focused. It's got all these 3D effect bubbles. It's not very difficult to make. Only one of the steps is a little bit tedious, but everything else is just fine. And it was made in one of the flat that I was talking about. It was made in this. So see, these are flat, they are not domed cabochons, and I'm actually thinking of making the other one in one of these, the one with the slightly colored resin. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and don't forget, when you watch my videos, my new videos, it helps a lot for my channel if you also comment, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't only count the likes but also the comments. So please don't forget to not just like but also comment. And by the way, don't forget to like here. Okay, so this is almost done. And the first thing I need to do is to take it out and then turn it upside down to make sure that, because I forgot to put it on a mirror. I always advise, whenever you're cooking UV resin, to put it on a mirror tile. If you notice, they usually come with a tray that's quite mirror-like, because the light will reflect out of it. So, okay, I'm going to take it out very nicely, making sure I don't touch the top. And it looks normal. So I'm going to leave it there for a few. But after we do this, we shall see what else happens. And I have here, what I have here is just some iridescent cellophane that you can get for just a bit over $1 at any dollar store. So I'm going to cut a piece about the size of my cabochon. And we shall see what happens. Okay. Let's see if I got the whole thing. Kinda, sorta. Okay, we'll see how that works also with the. I got a little bump here. Okay, and I'm going to put just a pinch of resin and make sure it is well spread. So it can be used as glue. But we'll see if it works okay. I also have some Angelina film that can be used if you have any. And make sure it is all into that resin. It's so transparent that the UV lamp doesn't recognize it. That is kind of funny. Okay, so what I'm going to be using, I'm not using the Perlex because yesterday I dropped it all the way under the table in the corner, all the way below there, and I didn't get yet to take it out. But what I'm going to do, this is kind of big, but oh well. Actually, let me, because it finished. Alrighty. So now what you need to do, whenever you're, and by the way, I was asked if the front of your pendant didn't come up so shiny, what do you do? Well, what I personally do, I apply, remember Teresa Salgado, Pandora, Tiny Pandora, she has a brushable resin. And you can do that, or the other thing that you can do is to buff it. Okay, so didn't come exactly the way I was expecting it to, but still it got the whole bubbly thing going on. And those prism effects from when it looks much better with the naked eye. Those prism effects that happen because of the, let me zoom out a little bit, because of those bubbles will separate the light. And of course it is a matter of physics, right? So let's try this again. Actually, I can put it here so I don't drop it. It's way brighter and I would do this. Another thing that you can use this with, there are those molds that are like cut gemstones. You can use that on those and have like a faux Swarovski type thing. I know I showed you how to do a faux Swarovski simply with putting the UV resin in that type of mold and then attaching some iridescent cellophane, but let me see if I have those. Let me see if I have those molds in here. Yes, something like this. See, they are the ones that are faceted. So if you do this, and these ones too, they are faceted. If you do this in actually, let's do this next one in this. Instead of the flat one, we're gonna do two faceted ones. But as I said, this will not happen, this fragmentation of the colors would not happen if you didn't have those bubbles there, because you can see how it turns from green to blue, even to yellow. I mean, I can see the yellow, unfortunately. Let me try and make this light a little bit warmer and a little less bright so we can see. And of course you'll have to as I said, try it yourself and you'll see that there's a huge this whole effect is absolutely fabulous. Anyway, let's get to the next one. And for the next one, I know this is a bit too big, but oh well, take what I can get. And I'm out of popsicle sticks. Alrighty. Actually, you know what? I want a shish kebab. Shish kebab stick. Okay, so put the doll back in here, and this time I'm going to use some UV resin here. That this is cold. Yeah, my lights, I know that some of you asked me before, because I have said that for the people who are complaining that their UV resin starts getting thick before they even manage to work with it properly. And I said that one of the things that you have to be very aware that being UV resin, that means UV light is going to start curing it. So if you are in a room with no curtains, no kind of light blocking curtains, no nothing, and you start working with it, of course the daylight is going to start curing your resin. you know, I mean, it stands to reason pretty much. Okay, now let's break all these bubbles. And I'm going to work on these ones. There's a nasty in here. Let me make sure that I clean it. So the lights that I have here for my taping and for live broadcasts, they do not have, should I make this and this? Let me make this and this. They do not have a UV component. They have a very, very slight UV component. Actually, I'm going to do it like this, because you can change the mood on them. That is, you can make the color of the light warm, which is more yellowish, or you can make it, I know I need to change the focus. I will do that first like this. You can make it warmer, more yellowish, or you can make it cold, that is more bluish. Unfortunately, because I avoided the whole UV component, what I'm showing you never looks like it would look in regular light, you know. That's why I keep trying to change the whole thing. And on some videos I go outside and I take a short snippet with my phone just to be able to show you how the whole thing looks in real life, you know. So the thing that I used here, you can find it in my Amazon influencer store. They are the best. Why I like them a lot, this black diamond type, and this is a ghost blue pearl. Normally they make these powders for cars. So all those chameleon type things, they are made for cars, but they are the finest grain of this type of mica, which is not really mica, it's something obtained in a lab, and it works beautifully. It gives beautiful effects. And you can buy, I know that they have samples, and one of these little bags is going to last you a long time. And you can buy it, normally they're about, I don't know, $1 per bag, and you can buy a sample of like 6 or 12 or more bag. And the bags are smaller, but the quantity is almost as much as this. And they have different variations, because for this is ghost blue pearl, then they have a sapphire, a satin pearl, then they are all interferences. They are absolutely fabulous. So let's continue this. I only put one on the heart because it does not have a flat bottom, so I need to build one like I did on that on the previous cabochon. But as you can see, I'm trying to put only small dots here, not that super small. No, and I put one right in the middle there, did I? No, I did not. So I can put one here. And this is a here. This is a Finnegan. I know some polymer clay sculptors, actually, they have made a type of almost like when you look at all the CSI and stuff, they have this tank that's got 2 holes on the side and gloves inside, and the guys put their hands so that they wouldn't contaminate. I can tell you that most of the major polymer clay one-of-a-kind dolls, they have those, and that's what they are using with a magnifying glass. But we are talking about, I think that actually a couple of them don't even make anymore, but when they were a lot in making a lot of stuff, and their dolls would sell anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 a piece. I'm not kidding you. That's what they were using, so that they wouldn't get any type of contamination on the clay, and those dolls are absolutely fabulous. Let me actually try. See if I can remember her name. Oh. Let me see if I can find it. I know a long time ago I showed you some of her work. Alright, Siren. Let's try with Siren. No, mermaid. Gosh, she had the most beautiful mermaids out there. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm talking to you. Don't worry, and I keep showing you how to. Yeah, especially when you have a long-haired kitty with a. Finnegan has almost no top coat. All his hair, not a hair. All his hair is fluff. Like he only has an undercoat. That's how it feels like. I'm going to start making them a little bit bigger because we don't want to be here till Christmas. Right. Let me see if I go by images, I might find it easier. I cannot remember her name. I'm having a brain fart, honestly. Trying the various things that I remember she made, trying to find her work. Okay, let's try Geisha. Okay, I found her. I did find her. And if you haven't heard of her, I know that she hasn't been doing much lately. Maybe she started doing it again, but I don't know. No, she started doing them again. She even has a Facebook page. I will look at it here in a second. I'll bring it up on the display. Yeah, that's Finnegan like cotton. And that little hair goes every single wear. You know, I'm going to tell you something that I found quite peculiar. I have, because I'm also watching other artists and trying to do what they do, you know, because it's interesting to test techniques, new techniques, right? And I noticed that, I mean, I think I very wholeheartedly, this is my impression, okay? Okay, let me finish showing you when I'm done. Okay, her name is Nicole West. And look at this. All her sculptures are pure perfection. Pure perfection. Look at this. And these are 8-inch dolls. So that head is slightly smaller than 1 inch, and if you notice, look at the hands. They even have fingernails. Look at this. Look at this beauty. And she's got her own secret about how she makes the eyes and all kinds of other things. But everything, you can go ahead and follow her. Everything she makes is absolutely beyond fabulous. And yes, her dolls, she sells on eBay, and her dolls are, I've seen a couple of her dolls in the past selling for over $3,200. So there's Arwen. It is beyond beautiful. I don't know, it's everything she makes. Let's see, she's got a Tinkerbell. Okay. Let me work more on these things of mine. And no, unfortunately, she doesn't make tutorials. Unfortunately. She's a very... Maybe she changed, but the way that I knew her before, she was a very private person. She didn't... like to get much in. But let me try and find her. Let me see how much she goes. I'm curious. Let me see on eBay how much she... And okay, so I'm going to take you on her eBay just for you to see that I'm not. So this was in 2018. Let me see if she has any new stuff. But I know that you're able to see previous sales. I guess not anymore. Why is it posting to Singapore? I don't want Singapore, I want the United States. Still these. So many items sold, but oh, before you were able to see how previous sales. Oh, sold items. Okay. So that mermaid sold for 1,300. But you can see R1 2,900. So it doesn't go too far back. But you see what I'm talking about, yeah? Oh no, I didn't. You don't see. Never mind. Okay, now you can see. So the Caribbean mermaid and R1, this is what she sold lately. Okay, so yeah, that is very interesting, huh? Anyway, let me continue, so maybe I can finish this soon, because I'm starting to hurt. So, work more, speak less. So I bet that left you kind of speechless, yeah? Both in the quality of the work and how much, but they are out there, they are collectors of her dolls, and at one point they were bid wars, practically. And even if they are, somebody happens to sell one that they have purchased before, it's still for pretty high price. Well, of course it depends on the state of the doll, but this is why some are, I mean, she's an artist, she's definitely an artist, because I have seen some one-of-a-kind dolls that they were one-of-a-kind but not exactly something to talk home about. And I'm not trying to put anybody down, but you know, there is value and value. It's a matter of, you know what I would put in here, but what I'm looking for and I need to buy for this kind of stuff is a special type of shimmering, and I've seen it both in paint that would be compatible with UV resin because it's transparent. So I've seen it both in paint and in powder, but it's got a shimmering effect much stronger than the interference type of powders, way stronger. They are gorgeous, they are beyond gorgeous. Don't even know how to and I know that at one point she showed, I forgot when, but at one point she showed her working tank that she was using for making her dolls. I'm myself, I don't consider myself a bad sculptor. I mean, remember I've shown you before some of the things that I haven't sold and I kept, but I'm not even at the level of her pinky toe, you know. I mean, it's what she does is inhuman, is goddess level. Okay. Adding more bubbles. Of course, if you make more than 1 or 2 at a time, it's going to go much faster. You'll make, I mean, per cabochon. Talking per cabochon here. Because the thing that you need to keep in mind is that you're not allowed to let the new bubbles touch each other. So that is quite important. Okay, ow. Yeah, I'm still out in the, you are not going to believe it, maybe. It's on my influencer store in the mica powders. Let me make sure that it's still there. Hold on, what am I doing? I'm doing a mess. Not this. Give me a second here. And I will go to my influencer store and show you how to do it, but let me make another set of bubbles before I do that. I want to cover all these. The heart, I didn't think about it before, but the heart is a bit on the naughty side. Okay, oops, I almost dropped it. I almost messed up everything. No, it's Amazon. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, so if you go to my store and you look for mica powders, and there you go, Black Diamond Variety Pack 1888, and you get, because I know I got it, 10. Well, it was cheaper when I bought it like 6 years ago, but no, price is raised. But they are awesome. They are absolutely awesome. And I know they were showing stuff for car. I mean, see, these are for cars. Oh, I need to remove these and look for others. But this is how it looks on white, and this is how it looks on black. So it's an automobile thing. Gonna have to remove this. So it's another. These are just plain micas, and they are awesome. They don't have them anymore, but they have the store. They have two-tone pigments and the pure ones. Hold on, I'm trying to find the ghost ones. They call these ghost. Fluorescent. You can see they have all kinds of colors. So if you go from the one listed here, go from the one listed here, and then you go to the Black Diamond pigment store. Let's see, are there variety packs? You can see they have quite a bit of variety packs, and the 5 grams thing is pretty much how much you get in a regular Perlex little box. So it might seem expensive, but these things are so light that that it's not that big of a weight, and you get a bunch of powder for your buck. Alrighty, so I have a fly. Oh, it's a fruit fly. I didn't get it. I hate fruit flies. I hate fruit flies with a passion. Let's get this over and finished. Going to use this in something different to put it away so I don't topple it. So I'm going to end this with just plain translucent, just enough to level it up. I don't need more than that. You don't have to fill it up. Of course, if you want to fill it up and you're but I just don't want to keep you for a long time, because you see it's kind of time consuming. And make sure that it goes all the way to the edges. That's all you have to make sure of. I didn't go with them all the way to the edge with the bubbles, I mean, but it should be enough that it will give us the general idea of this effect. I don't know what purpose fruit flies have. And the regular house flies, they should stick with, you know, dead meat, because that's their purpose too. The larvae have a purpose. Yes, that's you. I still get the credit, and I told you, even if you do your regular shopping, if you enter Amazon through my influencer store and you do not close the page until after you finish your purchase, my store will keep the cookie and I will get the credit. Even if you go through my store to go buy a pair of socks, it doesn't matter. It will keep my cookie. That means that I brought you to buy from Amazon, and that is what they want from influencers. Ouch. Okay, so all we need to do now is wait for that to... I'm going to work some more once I get some of that special other powder. See how that works. As this one needs I want to leave it all the way in, you know. But I think it's going to be too hot for me to go outside anymore. As I was saying before, I interrupted myself to do something else. I have no idea what. Believe it or not, I still have a whole bunch of not just debris, but all kinds of saplings, especially in my backyard. Because especially with the saplings, when you get heat and then you get a whole bunch of rain and then you get heat again, whatever seeds are in the ground, they are going to freaking grow. and I mean grow. So I'm gonna take these out and put them in the, oops, put them in the lamp again for a little bit to make sure that the top is not too bad. It will still require another layer. These are not resin molds, okay? These are polymer clay molds. So they will not be as nice and shiny. I think the other ones, the white ones, might have been, but you can find other ones. Yeah, I need cookies. So I still have some of those, but it's been, by the time I got to about the middle 2/3 of the backyard, it started being hot. And unfortunately, you know, remember what I told you several years ago, that everything, all my issues are degenerative. So not only they will not get better, they will not even be leveled. They will keep getting worse. So now when I work outside, I can work for, I don't know, at the most, 15 minutes. After that, I need to come and rest. My eyeglasses. And then once it gets way too hot, then I cannot do anything. I have a very bad heat and cold intolerance. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this right now, because I didn't think about the fact that it doesn't stay put. I'm gonna be able to do it later. I put it on a sticky pad. Remember, you can find those sticky pads, the gel pads that help you keep a certain resin piece in the same position without messing it up. You can find them in the resin section on my Amazon influencer store. And just make sure that all this cellophane is well stuck to the resin. And I'm gonna put it here without dropping it, hopefully. Alrighty. So, and yeah, I don't really eat a lot of cookies because with my hypothyroidism, it's pretty darn hard to lose weight, and I don't want to not just not lose weight, but even gain weight. I swear sometimes there are days, and it took them a long time to figure out my thyroid dosage, and I think personally that I should need a little bit higher than that, but you know, they have that standard of practice they don't dare to go far from. So at least I'm happy that they give me as much as they give me, you know. I'm going to just baste this so it can get shinier. And after everything I've done today, I'm going to need at least a couple hours of rest. So yeah, I don't really eat cookies. I eat fruit, which is especially grapefruit. But I have to be careful how much I eat grapefruit because it can interfere with a thyroid medication. Imagine that. So, but yeah, I get frozen berries and mix them in low-fat yogurt, and they make for a nice snack. I cannot always afford fresh berries. Okay, I'm gonna just put these, then with this we should be done. Yeah, it's, you know, at least there's one thing, because I think I told you again a while ago that I used to be severely hyperthyroid. And I was in 2 thyroid storms that are actually events that can kill you. The thyroid dumps a whole bunch of thyroid hormone in your blood. And one of them, my heart rate was 232 per minute. They gave me adenosine, the thing that stops your heart, to be able to restart my heart with the paddles, and my heart just didn't want to stop. So took a while, but they finally got me to normal. So I went through radioactive iodine ablation, because the thyroid is iodine avid. They give you this radioactive one, so your thyroid sucks it all in and starts dying. So that's how I became hypothyroid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that it was necessary, because otherwise I would have died. I'm going to bring this closer to the lens here in a minute. Actually, why don't I do it right now? Just change the focus. So you can see this whole thing better. Okay. So you see how it fractures, and you have the different bubbles fracturing differently, and there's all kinds of different colors. As I said, it's more than it's more in regular daylight. And of course the back, you can cover this cellophane with another very thin coat of resin. Let me see if these look in any way, shape or form better. Again, you see the light fracturing. Oops. But I really want that shimmering paint. I think it would give it even more. More effects. Okay, here you go. Better. You can see it better. Thank you. You can actually find in my Amazon influencer store the type of nail polishes I use. It's from a brand called Color Club, and I loved the quality of them because they don't peel off very easily. Okay, there you go. So you can see it's almost like black opal, if you want. And I'm sure that once I get that shimmering thing, it's going to be looking more like opal. Actually, let me see if I put it on black. How does this look? Yeah, Darla. Great minds, oops, great minds think alike. Okay, so this is one of them. Let's look at the original one. So yeah, it kind of, the one without the powder, the interference powder, doesn't really have that much of a black opal. It's just too diffuse. But, and see, remember on this one I made the bubbles much smaller, so definitely smaller bubbles will bring out the black opal effect. But yeah, this would work just fine, just perfect. So I'm gonna start working on maybe on a black opal thing based on this. I think I have a few ideas. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful what's left of the weekend, and don't forget to check my memberships. And if you watch this after the live, don't forget to like and comment, and please do not forget to use my Amazon links and my Polyclay Play affiliate link, because that helps me get, clay and stuff and paints and all kinds of things, and try them for you. So instead of 100 or 200 people wasting money on something, one person is going to waste money on something, and then the other 100, 200, 300 will know, oh yeah, it's good, I can buy it, or no, I'm not gonna waste time on it. Okay, thank you all very much. I love you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Don't forget to thumbs up.